Yeah, what can I do for you?
Okay, picture a cell phone and an email machine all in one thing. There is a free wireless internet signal all across North America, and nobody has figured out how to use it. It's like the Force.
What a terrific film. I mean, it's a cautionary tale, a business thriller, social commentary. And, you know, the level of sophistication is absolutely out of this world. So congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, Jay, Mike leads us through the BlackBerry story, from the exhilaration and the fun of the early days to the darkness of the later days is, you know, quite astounding. And it's so parallel. So he's our touchstone. What was it like transforming that character so incredibly in a contrast?
Oh, yeah. First of all, thanks for the kind words. I really appreciate that you got the movie the way that we meant it to be. You know, like you watched the movie we made, so I appreciate that. Yeah, it was exhilarating. It's why you're an actor, as hokey as that sounds. This is like why someone goes to theater school, is to get to play characters like this. You know, and to help. To work with my director, you know, and with MJ to sort of craft and map out this kind of arc, at least the broad strokes of it, the little iterations of him, you know, I leave that to MJ. I just don't have the brain to sort of follow that. But the big shifts is like super fun, and the fact that we have this canvas of, was it started in '96 and it goes to like where past 2010 or something, like
yeah
it's like a,
is it?
Yeah, something like that. Okay, so this we have this broad sort of temporal canvas to paint on, and even the look in this, you know, starts like different and then gets super arch, and so there's like for all of its kind of its mumblecore vibes and how punk rock it is and how greasy it is and how rough around the edges. It is an absolute epic. And so anyway, so your question is, what's it like to figure that out? Is just like, it's a blast.
That guy is sketchy. I don't think he's sketchy. The guy's a shark.
I know how to market it, and I know who we can sell it to. But I want 50% of the company, and I've got to be CEO.
I don't know who you think you are, but deal. Are you joking?
We are in a race to get this thing to market, and we are a year behind. I need a prototype.
I'll do it perfectly, or I don't do it.
Mike, are you familiar with the saying, perfect is the enemy of good?
Well, good enough is the enemy of humanity.
What do you call it?
It's called a BlackBerry.
Our show, What She Said, is aimed at women 35 plus. We were the ones who were out there with BlackBerries, with Palm Pilots. Who knew that all this, you know, incredible Wagnerian stuff was going on behind the scenes?
Crazy, right?
In any way, would you characterize that sort of a Canada business, US business kind of a thing? Or am I just...
I also think it's like, you know, in real life, in real time, it plays out in a far less, like, I don't know that anybody there would be able to see the romance as it's happening, you know, because it's like, you know, it's only in hindsight, it's only with the passage of time, and it's only with other people not directly involved that you can start to see a thing. You know, you can see a time period become a movie or become a book or become a poem. When you're in the midst of it, it's hard to get a bead on that. What makes it so surprisingly operatic is that a lot of these guys are not household names, and the story ends with something of a tragedy, at least business wise. And iPhone has given the world a certain degree of like amnesia about the world before iPhone, you know, and so I think that all of these things kind of help inform how crazy a fucking story this is.
No kidding. And Glenn, you play Jim Balsillie, very angry man, very just full of rage and determined to gain position. Is that what you learned about him? And I mean, if that was, did he say anything? Did he address that when he attended the premiere?
He didn't address that when he attended the premiere. He did seem to address it a little bit in an interview that he had done prior to, or after having seen it the first time. You know, sort of implying like a better sense of humor than the way I'm portrayed in the film. But he's been great about the whole thing. I mean, really, like it was just trying to approach the character with having the sort of intensity that I think it takes to push through all the obstacles that you have to push through to create something great, and to really achieve the heights of business in the way that Research in Motion and BlackBerry did. You have to have tremendous fight in you to pull that off.
I guess you do. Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, the worst combination is someone who acts the way Jim acts and is kind of stupid but thinks that they're really smart. That's the worst version of it. You know, but the best version of it, if there is a good version of it, is the kind where, you know, somebody creates a product that really changes the world and pushes the world forward in terms of technology. You know, some may say for the worse, you know, but it was inevitable, and you can certainly get behind him and understand why he's doing what he's doing, if you don't always agree with how he's doing it.
Yep.
Very interesting. And a very bold performance. Thank you, both of you. What a wonderful film, and best of luck with it.
Thank you so much. Lovely
Thank you.
to meet you, and thanks for the kind words.
Thank you, Ann.
Try typing with your thumbs.
Get this baby in the hands of every Fortune 500 executive you can find.
We call them crackberries. Should Doug come with us, or?
No. You want to be great, you need to sacrifice. And the more painful the sacrifice, the greater you'll be.
If we put more phones on these networks, they're going to crash.
Is this legal?
You need to sell 1 million BlackBerries. We are calling it iPhone. We're in the middle of a hostile takeover!
Do you know what the sentence is for multi-million-dollar stock fraud?
What are you doing?
I'm doing it all.
You guys have no idea how to run a company.
What's happening, man?
I created this entire market.
You said they were the best engineers in the world.
I said they're the best engineers in Canada.
What are they paying you?
I shouldn't say.
They're paying me $10 million.
Yeah, me too.